Yo, I don't really know what's up with the stuff about the Spotify CEO spending money on AI war drones and stuff, but that guy really needs to I don't know, spend his money on music. Like if I'm the music, because they had that limitless noise where it's like, oh, the real mix, the way the people truly intended, which is great, you know. I'm happy we have that. I use it, but I'm pretty sure it's like terrible for your data and probably for your ears. I hear a lot of athletes don't use Bluetooth headsets due to, well, they think it's messing with you. If that's what the athletes think, then they probably have they probably need the top of the range stuff when it comes to like the human mind. If you're operating like sprinting super fast, it's kind of crazy. Usain Bolt is called Usain Bolt. Is that his real name? Like how people have stage names, like strippers have stage names. I've never been to a strip club, and I never intend on it. That sounds like the worst place on earth. Just soulless people, not emanating any purpose. Just chucking bands at somebody who is just demeaning themselves for you. It's like a cycle of negativity in there. They chucking money at you, bro. That's dystopian. It's honestly a dystopian concept. Performing like slightly suggestive acts in front of people for money is like a societally acceptable thing. It is prostitution. And some people can be into it and some people can be good at their job. I'm not saying that. And I'm saying you should have a free will to do whatever you want. And everyone should have the free will to stop someone from doing bad things. Like you should have the free will to do whatever you want. Sure, you can have the free will to have a gun, but if everyone having the free will to have a gun is leading to people dying, maybe you shouldn't have guns. I think guns are useful tools in like hunting, and they're necessary if you're hunting. Um, but hunters in like the modern form, like when you go to a supermarket, you're not getting food that was really hunted. You're getting food that was like made in a farm, all processed. They could slap whatever chemical they want in the cow. They could make the cow go wherever they want. You know, they've been looking at that cow for like years, dude. Just in the same paddock. Whereas like if somebody won back in the day when there was none of this organized farm industry, you would have animals that were living in tune with nature that you could get in like a natural food cycle way. But the the consequences of the Industrial Revolution have rendered are not good on animals, dude. They dying. I'm starting to find it pretty hard to consume like red meat at times. If I'm hungry, it's fine. But if it's like, I used to like it rare. Now it almost has to be medium, or medium rare, because when it's too like raw, it feels like it's too much of an animal, bro. I don't know, and I'm an empath. I think obviously there's so many people to feed in the world, and not everyone can just go out and get like not everyone could just go out into the wild and get food. But we've always had like people live in community, and there would be someone and groups of people whose job it was to do that, and people who actually like wanted to provide food to people. It was all done out of want and need, right? You would all, if you were a man, it was necessary that you would, you know, protect everyone, but and hunt for food and be a hunter gatherer. But if you're, and you would have a calling, certain things that you like to do. If you were a good fisher, you would fish. If you lived by the, you would make. If you like fish, you would move your family down to the water so you could hunt for fish. I don't know. Anyways, back now, but I remember reading something about how in Brazil, Apple had to make all their phones USB Type-C. Like, they've obviously done that now, but this was back when, like, they were still using, like, Lightning Safe. And Brazil was saying, like, yo, if you keep using this fucking shitty-ass lightning cable, we're gonna remove all Apple products from our, like, economy. Pretty crazy, right? They didn't do that. Apple caved. Maybe I should learn Portuguese. I would love to learn. I can't say learn. Alright, let's see how we do against Megara. I'll probably beat her. Especially with the spear. I have no death defies. Oh wait, no, I have one. So, while I was at the beach yesterday, looking at the moon, I had my headphones in my bag, and they tip over, right? And I'm like, oh, that's so unfortunate. And they get water, like, in them a little, and I'm like, oh no, my headphone's fully broken. So they're not fully broken. It's just the Bluetooth isn't working on I can't connect it via Bluetooth. I have to use the cable, but that means I can't connect it to my phone because, you know, Apple got rid of the audio jack. But, you know what? It must have happened for a reason, you know? There'll be a good reason why I can't connect my phone to headphones. It probably means I just need to, you know, when I go out, because I walk heaps, I just need to, you know, be more present, I guess. That's not a problem at all. It just means I can't listen to sick beats unless I'm at home with my headphones plugged into my computer. Which I guess is fine, you know, that's fine. One of my favorite songs is "Kiss Me Through the Phone" by Soulja Boy. At the moment, I love it. I love Soulja Boy. Okay, I say I love Soulja Boy. I'm pretty sure he went to jail and did some bad shit. I don't actually remember what he did, but I remember that being an article. He had his own console. Kiss Me Through the Phone is my most listened. I really like Snap and Roll at the moment. Snap and Roll that's a fucking banger. Although, I don't listen to much else Soulja Boy, but I think the energy that he brings to some songs, where'd it go, bro? It's not the same anymore. Have you seen the Timothy Chalamet as the Ease the Kid shit? That would have been kind of cool, but Ease the Kid is this, like, scouse guy from Liverpool, bro. Which is terrible. Fortunately, never had to go. I've only really inside the UK. Like, where I'm from and my family is from, and London, I guess. I mean, I suppose that's just what my memory can conjure. You see those, like, missing people's cases where it's, like, there'll be footage of them being, like, alone in a field randomly, and then they'll just disappear forever. Like, they get abducted by aliens or some bullshit. How do you reckon that actually happens? Do you reckon some crazy shit is going on behind the scenes? Because we'll never know. They're, like, gone people. There's some crazy shit that happened in the world, bro. Do you remember when, there was all that bullshit about the giant at the top of this fucking mountain? I don't know, it was obviously, I think giants are real. Because there would have been a time where, I don't know, I find it naive to assume that the human form only came into, like, universal, like, it was only, conjured into the universe, like, recent-ish. I feel like there would be humans that, when the oxygen was bigger in the air, we would have just had bigger humans. And they would, you know, they would have mountains and shit. And they would sit at mountaintops. I reckon you would, if you're big and you take up so much space in, like, everyone's just so big. And you step and then you create craters in the earth with your feet, you know. You'd probably have to be quite a gentle species, like, interacting with people. I imagine giants would actually be quite nice people. Have you seen the BFG? That film was good. The book, I've read the book as well. My mum read me the book. Yeah. The film, I remember when it came out, was okay. I don't know, I haven't. It's not been a rewatch. It's definitely not on the rewatch list. Roald Dahl has some good stuff. Is Roald Dahl James and the Giant Peach? I don't know, but the movie for that shit was scary as hell. The, like, animation style was so unnecessarily creepy. I don't know why they... Oh my god, I just ate that. I don't know why they, did that. I mean, like, there was a lot of, practical effects were pretty popular, I think, at the time. I don't know if that's when the Muppets came out, but the Muppets is a pretty good example of using, like, puppetry. Who's the guy that, voice acts the puppets? He's in, How I Met Your Mother. He must be pretty talented. Good for him. I've never seen How I Met Your Mother. Obviously, I've seen the clips, right? I think a lot of people now, like, TV shows, not a lot of people would have watched TV shows, but I think they would have all seen it on their timeline. Just clips here and there, out of context, or in context, just out of order. Skipping in between seasons. I don't like, the issue with sitcoms is that when the shows keep running, and they keep on needing to do, like, romance plots, they make all the friends, like, every single friend get with each other. Maybe not in Friends. In Friends, that wasn't the case, I guess. Well, every single friend did kind of have something with, a friend, but it wasn't like every single friend had something with every single friend. Whereas in The Big Bang Theory, apart from maybe Howard getting no play and just Bernadette, you know, it's pretty weird. Even Raj gets with Penny at some point, bro. I remember that as an episode, actually just, like, deeping that. Like, sure, the permanence of these actual, like, events in the film, like, you know, in these sitcoms, you know when they actually want you to, like, remember that something has happened and it becomes a plot point. But, like, to be honest, it's kind of like, I feel like in their marriage, if it came out between Leonard and Penny that, her and Raj got together at some point, I don't know, I don't feel like that flies. Because that's his fucking friend, right? Oh well. And there's, like, there's the concept videos of, they make it so it's not, like, actually real, but, like, what would have happened if Sheldon got with Penny. I think that's, like, an episode in one of the seasons. Unnecessary in concept, you know? You can have a character that likes to, like, get around, but I don't think we need TV shows normalizing, like, ruining friendships. I don't know. Maybe we could have a TV show of a group of supportive friends helping someone through a healthy love life. Wouldn't that be great? But that would not make for good TV if the friends didn't, you know, have feelings for each other. Even though that is realistic, I feel like it is unrealistic then for the friend group to, like, stay together. That's just my personal opinion. I haven't watched a sitcom in... Oh my god, okay. Wait, I have a Death-Defy. It's fine. In, like, forever. Not really much of a TV show guy. Or a show, or, like, a media person. I watch YouTube. Well, now I don't even really watch YouTube, you know? I'll listen to, like, somebody speak on YouTube, like... I don't know, I'll listen to, like, Goblin tell, like, a terrible story about, like, the amount of, like, crazy substances he's done. I find those videos to be pretty entertaining. And I'll just play a video, I'll play, like, Hades, or I'll play FIFA, while I listen to him speak. So, like, that's kind of what the purpose of these are, you know? I don't really need anyone to care about the gameplay, even though I speak about the gameplay a lot. And when I play Sonic the Hedgehog, I can't help but talk about how much I like Sonic the Hedgehog, you know? But, I don't know, really just yapping. Alright, so now, last time I played Hades, I didn't reach this far, but, in the video. But now we're going on to the third world, which is Elysium. And essentially, you fight, these blue dudes. Yeah. They don't show up here. But it's pretty cool, right? This is where you, like, if you lived a good life, you would get sent to. If you lived, like, a life in line with the gods, you know? And also, if you were like a hero, you could end up here. Although Achilles works in the House of Hades in this game. I think it's like in Greek myth that a lot of the Greek heroes ended up working for Hades because they did bad things and stuff. They were always consumed like as much as like if your life is just about killing other people and you're controlled by glory. I can imagine that might want you to like give you a special job if you were an insanely good hero. Well, insanely like adept hero. I mean, Dionysus wasn't. I mean, there's like the myth is up. It's a myth, right? You can choose whichever myth you think is true, but you, even though these people truly would have believed, the Greeks truly did believe in, you know, Zeus and everyone. They built temples for them. I've seen it. They had so many customs, but the Roman faith, they actually stole their gods from the Etruscans, which were a neighboring tribe who stole their gods from the Greeks, because that's how you would get like a mythos, a mythology at the time, you know. Everything really is just descendant of the Greek mythology, which they took some of their stuff from ancient Egypt and they went across and found all the Egyptian stuff. Pretty cool, right? We see the pyramids. We discover the pyramids. Imagine the ancient like the ancient Greeks finding the pyramids, and it's like, it's white with the golden cap on it. Oh, dude, that would have been so cool. I don't know if the limestone would still be on there. Actually, I don't. I forget how old ancient Egypt is. It's fucking old, but like, I suppose that really depends if you believe like the timeline of events that we've been described, you know? I'm saying a lot of history is real, like World War II and that stuff, and even like way before that and stuff. It's all documented, but there has to be some omissions by the victor, right? We know about all of the bad stuff the Nazis were doing in the war, I think because they lost, right? There's definitely an argument, but it's obvious that the US was on the same frequency as the Nazis, because once World War II ended, they hired every single German Nazi there was for all their, like, all of the experiments that they had done without regulation. Which is what, like advancements in knowledge of the human body that we do not need to know, we did not need to, we couldn't have gained without, like, breaking moral guidelines. That's what, I mean, that's what would happen to people in the concentration camps. That's so sad. Anyways, I feel like I've got real, orange ginger cat energy, you know? I might die. Okay, I lived. I really want a pet cat called Lightsaber, a Siamese cat called Lightsaber, but I feel like me personally, I'm probably an orange cat. I mean, it is my favorite color, but like, that sounds about right. Oh, there we go. Well, now I'm dead. Fucking hell. That was unfortunate. I don't want to be dead. Why am I dead? Oh well. That was fun. I'll see you guys later.